evening that will probably realistically only be for me. We are going to be starting Cyberpunk very soon, and that's going to be a dramatic drain on my attention and lifespan. I needed to take care of this because it's been weighing on me, and you know how things are when they weigh on me. I fucking freak out. Let's go upstairs. So, if you have been around for a while, if you've noticed, if you've been around me for any stretch of time, you've probably heard me talk about Nexus: The Kingdom of the Winds. It's a online MMO that has been around since 1998. It's been, it was very popular for quite a long time. It still exists. It's still around. People are still paying for it. It's $10 a month. If you wanted to pay for it, I'm gonna put down the controller for a minute. If you wanted to pay for it, it is still available. We're not going to do that. This game is dead as fuck. The GMs of the game have not updated it in a dog's age. They don't seem to give a shit, and they're happy just to take money forever until the end of time. And I'm tired of paying them for that. So instead, we are going to be playing OriginalTK, which is a fan server of the original game. It is very interesting, very cool. It's using a lot of the old graphics. If you take a look at the screenshots of Nexus nowadays, they switched graphical styles to be the new style of graphic. I say new, it's like 15 years old now, but the graphics we're going to be playing with are from an older time. They're from the time period, I want to say right around the turn of the millennium, like around 2001. So they are older graphics. Can you purloin genitals? I don't know what that means. What do you mean? What do you mean purloin? What is it? We'll find out. Maybe. So let's go ahead and get started. Steal. Can you steal genitals? Maybe. I get it. Kind of. We can steal a heart. That could kind of be genitals. So we're going to go through. Okay. So really, I've been playing this game for so long, but I have this tendency. When I play video games, I have a tendency to sort of skip over a lot of shit, to sort of not pay attention to the lore. You may have noticed that about me. I tend to sort of click through things, just sort of not pay attention to anything that's going on in the video game, and I think it's time for that to change. This game, I've probably spent more time in this game than any other game I've ever played, and I barely know anything about it. Now, the story here is based off of the original story and has nothing to do with the current game, but I'm sort of we can sort of scroll through this real quick to see. This was the base of Nexus TK. Tales of mystery unfold in the Kingdom of the Winds, a land filled with intriguing stories of... There's a typo. There's a typo in the intro. Okay. Intriguing stories of love and hate, tragedy and triumph, and the constant struggle for power. As the years progress, towns expand and prosper, people come and go, and life goes on in all its glory. Did I pet the cats and not the dog? I pet all of the animals. In times past, King Yuri of Koguro strove to banish neighboring powers and kingdoms that sought to conquer his land, but alas, he could not. His kingdom was plagued by hostile invasions from all sides. It was his second son, Prince Emhule, who finally rose up against the invading forces that surrounded their kingdom. He sought aid from the friendly nation of Baya, led by the fair Princess Lazahan. That's really up for debate with the current lore. Those two formed an alliance to battle together against plundering armies and attacks from many other realms, utilizing both sword and magic to defend their homes and way of life. This character, this character apparently supervised people like pulling off fingernails in a torture scene in the current game. That current game sucks. As time passes, the borders of the known world expand and change. Explorers venture to new and unfamiliar lands, gaining the knowledge of wealth, power, magic, and fame. Many tales are told of the acts of bravery and heroism shown during such adventures. This is a place shrouded in myths and legends. In this land, many heroes are born, rise to great heights, and occasionally fail. Will the winds whisper the legends of your deeds forever? That's the lore of the video game. We'll see how that works out. It's only petting the cats that stay. My internet has been... I'm not even going to say anything because it would vex fate to even talk about it. What is happening in Roar TV? What happened to Ariel? Did she die? I'm going to keep that one. So this is going to be our test character. This is going to be our tutorial. I'd like to go through the tutorial and see see the writing of the tutorial because I've never actually read it, like ever. Not poop. I'm going to call this guy Cramwell. Let's see. So there's two different kingdoms you can start in the game. There's Koguro and Baya. Objectively, Baya is the better kingdom to start in, but I've always started in Koguro for every time of my life, and I will never not start in Koguro. Fuck Baya. There's 4 different totems you can pick from. They are the 4 different totem gods. There's the Jujak, which is the magical bird of fire and totem of magic. This magical beast uses its great magical powers. This is the base game. They didn't change anything. Holy shit. It uses its great magical powers to control and master its surroundings, and then deliver great damage from afar. Or you can pick the Beiko, the great white tiger, the totem of stealth, cunning, and speed. The great Beiko uses its power and light magic to quickly subdue its foe. That one is the right its. He is unmatched one-on-one. The Hyeonmu is the mystical black turtle. So a lot of this is based on real Korean mythology, and a lot of it's not. So this is going to be a crazy mishmash of original game, original Korean mythology, and new game. It's going to be exciting. The Hyeonmu is the mystical black turtle and totem of protection and healing. The strong Hyeonmu uses its magical abilities to heal and protect, making itself nearly immortal. Or you can pick the mighty Chung Ryong, the powerful blue dragon and totem of power, strength, and battles. This incredible beast is unmatched in its ability to deliver great damage to large groups of opponents. So real talk, this is completely irrelevant. This is all lore. I almost always will pick either Beiko or Hyeonmu. And I think for this character, we will stick with Hyeonmu. The only thing that makes a difference with this is during the time of day, you'll get like more experience during your crafting if during that totem's time. So Cramwell, we're gonna have Cramwell be a guy. Don't get used to Cramwell. He's just our tutorial character. We're gonna give Cramwell. God, what are we gonna make Cramwell look like? Are we gonna give him bald head? Cramwell can have bald head. I like it. In fact, since we're not going to come back to this character most likely, let's give him Chung Ryong. Cramwell, your character has been created. Let's do this. So, that was a whole lot of starting up the game. And now, if I can remember how to... Here, hold on. Let's fix this real quick. I actually have a layout for this. There we go. All right, so this is the game. The layout of the game is not really conducive to showing things off and making it look really good. So I've changed things around a little bit. This up here is the info about our buddy Cramwell. We can go over that a little later. It's not super relevant right now. All you need to know is Cramwell is level 1. He has 0 money and 0 experience. Also, we have our inventory, which is over here. It's straight up empty. And first thing you need to do when you're playing the game is push F5, which listen to whisper is off. This game has a bird sword. Yeah, do you like the bird cursor? Bird cursor can sit right here on his head for a second. So this game has the unfortunate ability to whisper. If you want to talk to people, you're able to just straight up whisper them. And it's basically a text. It's basically you're coming right up to their ear and whispering to them like, "Hi, are you new? Are you new to the video game?" It's terrible. I need to get a weapon real quick. So, you walk along the path and come across a merchant in a field. To talk to merchants in OTK, you click on them with your mouse pointer. Click on them. A lot of this is going to be very basic, but it's good to know. It's good to know what's going on in the tutorial. A lot of this, because everything's a mishmash, it'd be good to know what actually is still real and what's not, because this is a fan game. 'Tis a good thing that this area is relatively safe to explore. Within this kingdom roam many beasts that could kill you with nothing more than a glance. In these fields, however, you will find little that could kill you quickly, but that is not to say that they can't kill you. You should prepare yourself well for all adventures, with many of the hundreds of armors, weapons, and items available to you on your way through life. Let me see what I have that I can spare for you right now. Take these items. To see the items in your inventory, press I. Okay, so this is just telling us how to do this. To use an item, you double click it on your inventory, or you can push the U button and then the letter of the item. Once you're using your items, use space to attack what's in front of you. Kill some of the rabbits around here. You can pick up the things they drop by using comma or clicking on the item with your mouse. When you get to town, make sure you seek out a blacksmith to keep your weapons in top condition. As you use them, they can grow dull and may even eventually break if not repaired in time. To find your way out of here, you need to find an exit. Look at the bottom right of your screen. You will see the coordinates, which are right here. So I'm at 0902. They move as you move. You see the coordinates as you, they'll change. Keep going until you reach 2120 and you'll find your way out of here, giving you weapons for free. He's not a merchant, he's a guide, I think. I can't see what exactly he is, but he's supposed to be like a tutorial man. He's like, hello there, little lad. Welcome to the lands. So now, actually I did that real quick. So I have my items right here. I can show you, there we go. So I've got a peasant garb and a whole bunch of stuff I can wear. So if I click on them, I can wear them. And trust me, I know this is the kind of game that you would have to grow up with to even remotely enjoy. Trust me, I know. It's like looking at any sort of game like RuneScape, for example. It told you to click on the merchant to talk to them. It totally did. You're right. I stand corrected. You're right. So we can whack things and it kills them. We don't have to kill anything in this area. You can probably die if you try and wail on a deer long enough. I think the cats are strong enough that they'll actually kill you. So we need to find 2120, which is down here. There we go. Congratulations, you've learned to find your way around. If you look at the bottom right of your screen, the numbers now read 32. Yes, thank you. Using this system, you can find your way around the cities and towns of OTK. You can find the important places by pressing the F1 key. I don't think that's true. No, that's not true. The F1 key does not do that anymore. That's really funny. So we need to collect just a few rabbit meat, which I think we have almost enough of. If I think we get a 10, we can get a spell. Welcome, child. You seem to be learning much, and I can sense your mind expanding in leaps and bounds. In the hut beside me, you'll find Timinaru and my sister Magnok, the novice teachers. Timinaru will explain many wisdoms about the kingdoms, and my sister will teach you a very valuable spell. Very valuable. She may ask for items in exchange for teaching you. Return to me. Okay, well, I don't think I've actually ever done this. I think I just walk right past them. What does she want? I think she wants like 5 rabbit meat and acorns, doesn't she? Thank you, young one. You have shown me that you are of sound mind and conscience. I will teach you your first spell. Use the spell Soothe. Okay, I guess she doesn't need anything. Once you learn the spell, you'll be able to see it on the spell list. You can see the spells have a letter next to them. The letters will be important when you cast a spell. To cast a spell, press Shift Z or capital Z and then the letter of the spell. As you grow, you'll have there's blah, blah, blah. We'll go over that later. So if we look at our spell list, which is right here, now we have Soothe, and now, oh heck yeah! So if we lose some health, let's come over here and fight a cat. Let's come over here and fight the cat. Hey, piece of shit, fight me back. So if I take some damage here, and I'm like, oh god, I'm dying. Now I have Soothe, and I'll be just fine. Cat doesn't know what got, cat doesn't know shit. There we go. I'm level 5 already, damn. You look eager to use your new spell. To see a list of spells, you press the plus key. Yes, we already learned that. You can use macros to speed up the spell casting process. You only have to use a number. So, there is a way. So, like, this right here, if I push the 1 button, it's not how you pet a cat. I whack the hell out of that cat. Oh, I gotta grab the cat meat. Or the cat pelt. Over here we can talk. This letter is bothering me. Down here at the bottom left, you can see I have a mail, so I can look at the mailbox. The bulletin board is a little slow tonight, I've noticed. This gives you a basic introduction into the game, which really is nothing. It's just like enjoy the game, basically, that mail says. Hello, Mr. Guy. The citizens of this community are expected to abide its laws. If you choose to pursue an illegal alley, do not act amazed when you are jailed or banned. Be conscientious. Do not harass or steal from other players. Report bugs and do not exploit them. Do not share your password with anyone, including OTK staff. The stability in this community is your responsibility. Will you swear to obey their laws, our laws, including those not explicitly stated here? Yes. You have done well. Now I can permit you to enter the city. Go on your way and keep on the right side of the law. To help you defend against the lawless and against some tougher critters, here's a stick that will hit a little harder than the stick you're carrying. So he gave me a novice sword. Excellent. I actually thought about that. Let's go back and see what happens if I... Oh, no, I can't. I don't know. I think, honestly, almost 100% he would say something like, that sucks. Guess you can't come in then. It's something like that. You're not like actually kicked out. So if I click on... They've had some issues with some griefers lately. So I think if you got to click on him... And it'll ask basically the entire community if they're willing to vouch for me. Nobody knows Cramwell. Nobody's going to vouch for me, so I'm probably not going to get a vouch, and that's okay. We don't need a vouch. The only thing we are missing from our buddy Cram, and I can't vouch myself, unfortunately. You can have 2 instances of the game open, but it doesn't let you vouch yourself. So we are unfortunately going to say goodbye to our buddy Cramwell, and we are going to switch over to our actual character for the evening. Our actual star of the evening. A big round of applause for Cramwell. He did a hell of a job. So our actual star of the evening, Jesus Christ, this inn is a mess. This inn is a straight up mess. Cromulent by Cromwell. So this is our character of the evening. Our character's name is Garfield. So Garfield is a level 80 mage, or not mage, a level 80 rogue. They've done nothing. The only thing they have is 2 costumes, which is something you don't need to worry about right now. Basically, Garfield is a character with a lot of experience, but no actual adventures under their belt. And one thing we need to do, yeah, I don't know why it's called a tickle trunk. We don't need to worry about that. Just assume that's where the costumes are kept, and for whatever reason, it's called a tickle trunk. So, remember when I said that I never start in Baya? I think I started Garfield in Baya just for funsies. So Garfield's going to come over here to the tutorial hut, and the tutorial hut is going to teach us how to play the video game. So main quest. So this is the same tutorial that's been in the game since like the very beginning, with maybe only some minor changes. It'll be interesting to actually read through this. A hero has to be very wise to the world, and that only comes from experience. Experience will teach you that you'd better equip yourself. You need to understand how to buy and sell items. First, you need to buy something. You've gained some of this old warrior's trust. Here's some money for some armor. Go to the blacksmith, get a spring war dress, and bring it back. You'll find it listed under peasant clothes, because I always forget the name of it. I'm going to take a picture. And also, depending on whether you're a guy or a girl in the game, you'll have to get different clothing. It's annoying. It's completely negated by costumes, but it's annoying. You can find the blacksmith in Baya at this location. Okay, so there's our locations for the blacksmith. So we're gonna go ahead and grab this horse. We're gonna go ahead and grab this horse, and we're gonna head over to the blacksmith. So he gave us the coordinates. I already know the coordinates, but over here, we are a female character, so we are going to go to the female seamstress. Hello, it's me. I'm gonna buy. What did he want us to buy? He wanted us to buy a spring war dress. So there's word commands you can say to make things easier if you don't want to actually use your mouse. So you can say, I buy spring war dress. Oh, god damn it. I'm not supposed to be at the seamstress. I'm supposed to be at the blacksmith. I'm good at reading. I come over here to the blacksmith, and he will sell me a spring war dress. So now, if I get off of it, I go into my inventory. You can see a spring war dress here. I double click on it. Look at me. Look at me. I look beautiful. Also, is your whisper is off. Excellent. So now that we have the spring war dress, we can head on back to our buddy. Everything is such a mess. I know that what's really annoying is that one of my characters is a cook. Also, there's my horse. One of my characters is a cook, so they can use some of this rabbit meat, and it just sucks to see it just lying on the ground. But that's not a problem for right now. It looks so terrible. It's like, clean up after yourself, you bastards. You've done well. Keep the armor. It might serve you well against your first foe. You know what, bud? No thanks. I'm just gonna put it right over here. Thanks. Maybe someone can find better use for it. I'm good. Money doesn't make a man, but it does mend a sword. You can take some of the animal flesh to the butcher. She's stingy, but it's a way to get some money. Anyway, if you're going to the butcher, learn to sell. Here's 5 rabbit corpses. I passed by 5 rabbit corpses. I had 6 in my inventory. Phew, they do start to stink. Take these to the butcher's shop. You can find them at those coordinates. You'll see what kind of bargains she'll get from you. And don't stop nowhere on the way back. Buy a meat scrap while you're at the butcher's. I'll be expecting a meat scrap. I'm going to take a picture of that too, because I always forget to buy the stupid meat scrap. I don't usually even do the tutorial anymore. There's an option to skip the tutorial, but where's the fun in that? This is the butcher. So if you come over here to the butcher, we can sell 5 rabbit meat for 5 gold. Heck yeah, 5 gold. Also, she has a quest. Let me see. Hello, I'm in search of some fine bird meat. There's a creature deep within the rabbit cave. There's a creature deep within the rabbit cave that be skinned for such meat. Care to help? Okay. Tread with caution. That creature is quite powerful. Excellent. So we will go pick up some bird meat, hopefully. Let me put that on my quest list. Bird cave, bird meat. By a butcher. Is this the butcher? This is the butcher. We also need to buy a meat scrap. I buy meat scrap. Totally almost forgot to buy the stupid meat scrap. I said that I forget. So we can come back over here. Tutorial, man. The hell is that channel? Which one? I assume it's already passed. I assume it's the last one. Let me see. Is it the Lion King? The last one was the Lion King. Or the one where it slides. Oh, this one? Ah! Yeah. Okay, that one's real bad. It's spiritual warfare. Let me get rid of it because it's in the background now. There we go. Yeah, spiritual warfare. You're a lot better than my last apprentice. He was, well, I'll not go into that. Keep it up and you might find yourself getting referred to as a hero sometime. Or a merchant at any rate. If you like another quest, let me know. I have plenty to teach a young one like yourself. I'm getting a whopping 1,500 experience for this. Next tutorial, you're quite a merchant now, but you only know how to buy and sell items you already have. You need to learn about getting your own items. Yes, some come from the creatures you have slain, but there is more you can find. First, you can find me a rose. I hear there is a bush in the city that you can pick from. In Baya, the bush is down there. I know where it is. Just go near the bush and you will find some. Also, I'm also hungry for some chestnuts. Yes, okay. It's asking for chestnuts. These are small, dark nuts. Collect these nuts and return to me when you have them. All right, so down here at oh, sorry, I did that real quick. So there are gates. Diabetes. There are gates of diabetes. There are different gates of Baya. Baya is a relatively big city, so you can go in between the different gates. So I can go East Gate, West Gate, North Gate, South Gate, or Center Gate. And Center Gate is a fan edition. Oh, this trash. Clean up after yourselves. God damn it. What was I doing? Where was it sending me? Oh, that's right. Roses and chestnuts. So over here, these bushes, if we walk by them, they have trigger points that will drop roses. Is they better? There they are. Okay. So if you can see on the you can see right above me where it says you find a beautiful rose. That means we found some roses. I don't know if he needs 1 or 5, so we'll go ahead and grab 5. I want to say he needs 5 chestnuts. Why are people saying lizard? People just saying lizard in the chat. I need to come this way and get some chestnuts. So over here by the Baya Chapel. So in here, this is where you can get married to other people in the video game. You can buy a love ring for your husband or wife, or you can buy useless healing items that only work for married people. It's not usually worth it, and about probably 99% of people are married to themselves in this game. I know it told me where to get chestnuts, but I didn't find any there. I think what we're going to do, we're going to come back here to the center gate, come back to Cugnay, which is the other town, and I know where there are some chestnuts. There are chestnuts over here by their tutorial man. Over here in this field, this little nut right here. Yeah, that's a chestnut. So now that I have that, I can use my yellow scroll. Come back. Ugh. I can't look at this. I gotta clean this up a little bit. Just absolute filthy. Absolutely filthy. At least put it in a pile. Jesus. I'll clean it up bit by bit. See, the problem is you only have so much inventory space. And once you have once you have a bunch of items, you just drop it. You don't need it anymore. You just dump it on the ground. So the problem with that is that it looks like shit. Like, see how I put it over there in the corner? See how it's right over here and nobody has to look at it right on the ground? It's like, move your shit. Main quest. Perfect. A rose for my love and some chestnuts to eat. Thank you for getting these items for me. Remember that there are other ways to get some items to sell to the merchants or to other citizens. If you like another quest, yes I would. Give me those quests. So you're interested in more things to do? Fishing can weaken your fighting skills, but is a nice diversion from time to time. Find bait on the west side of Cognay, or whim on the southeast of Baya at 10988. I needed to save this because I'm not 100% sure where he is in Baya. I need to find a minnow. So where I immediately forgot. 10988. So if we follow the coordinates, I think I actually do know where he is, but he's not in the southwest. If you were reincarnated as a dog, how would you want to live? As a human, not as a human, as a pet, because that sounds amazing. So this guy over here is the fisherman. And if we say, I'd like to fish, I caught a fish. Because this is the tutorial, I think it's really easy. What if I drop the minnow? Oh, okay. So you only get one minnow. There used to be a bug where you could get like as many minnows as you wanted if you just dropped the minnow on the ground. I'm going to come back over here to the tutorial house, which is just past that. Yes. Here we go. Perfect. I didn't realize he was right next to the forest. Remember Cult of the Lamb? I do remember Cult of the Lamb. Cult of the Lamb was fun. Thanks for the fish. That wasn't so hard, was it? I've heard stories about people finding pretty strange things while fishing. If you'd like another quest, let me know. Yeah, sure thing. Watch the thing. I'm not even in the right channel.
Before I begin, is there anybody who is not present?
Peter, my lord, they are in the pillory.
And for what reason?
They spoke of desiring other company.
I only said it'd be nice to see my mom again sometime.
Silence, traitor!
Oh. I'm hungry.
I said shut up!
Absent. Now, first order of business, fight pit.
Yeah!
The combatants are Yuki and Simon.
Oh, hey, that's us!
I've wanted to do that for a while.
We all have.
That was such a good game. What was I doing? I lost track. We turned in the minnow. Well, we are finding our way around now, aren't we? But you understand the kingdom? But do you understand the kingdom around you? It's time you got some culture in you. I think that was an edit. Go to the palace and look around. You'll find the main palace with the kingdom greeter there at 5574. To the southeast of Baya is the kingdom of Koguro. That's not right. Whose capital city... Actually, yeah, it is. I stand corrected. Their king is called Emhule. You'll find the theater where the muses occasionally hold poetry competitions and the library where the kingdom's knowledge is stored. When you get to the library, mention my name to the librarian. I'm sure he'll have some words to say to you. Remember to say my name out loud. Listen, it's not going to work if you don't say it out loud. It's like you can't really... I imagine the person who wrote the quest was really upset with somebody who's like, it's not working. It's like, no, you have to actually say the word Jade Spear. You have to say the name of the guy. So if we come over here, this is the library. The library sells... There's no way these things actually have knowledge in them, do they? I don't think I've ever looked. Let's take a look at the Wandering Monk. No. It doesn't work. So these are scrolls that were in the older game. Oh, I stand corrected. It just took a really long time to load. So there is a role play in the game. It looks like they're sticking to their guns with the Buddhist theme of the monks. Power to them. Let's say the name Jade Spear. Hello there. I see you've met my friend the tutor. I hope he's doing well these days. This is the great library of the kingdom where we store the knowledge of the ages. One of the prized items citizens come here for is a Legends, a scroll that tells the great tales. That's not true at all. Unfortunately, this item is very expensive, but perhaps when you're richer, you'll be able to get your own. Or better yet, make your own legend to be told in the scroll. Ah, what dreams, what wonders. Well, I must get back to work now. See you around. I hope to hear tales of your adventures soon, the adventures of Garfield. You should go back to the tutor now and learn more. Do you even sell the legend? No. They need a dramatic rewrite of some of these older quests because, again, in the base game, there was a scroll that had like all of the lore in it called the Legend, but that's not in this game. So much. It's interesting to see all of the things that are different, or the things that have definitely been outdated. I'm glad to see you've discovered our kingdoms here. And I hope you enjoyed looking around inside the safety of the kingdom's walls. If you would like another quest, yes, sure thing, buddy. Give me your quests. There's more to the world than the city. Other lands hold different terrain, challenges, and goods. I have a taste for ogre cider, but it's tough stuff to find around here. Most ogres will rough you up pretty good, too. But I hear that in Hamgyong Namdo to the southeast lives a relatively pleasant ogre who sometimes trades with humans. To journey to other lands, first go to the north out of the city. You'll find yourself in a gathering place. You'll be able to get on a map there. Alexander pulls out his magic map. Visit Hamgyong Namdo and pick up some cider for me. So he wants some cider. We can head to North Gate, as he told me, kill that squirrel, and then head out of town to Hamgyong Namdo. Everything's a fucking mess. Everything's a mess. Put your shit over to the side. Jesus. So this is the map of the world. It's a little wonky. This is what it actually looks like. But here is how basically the quick travel. So where are we going? We're going to Hamgyong Namdo. This is the ogre territory. It's not really... Actually, I take it back. This is relatively well used. There's 3 different ogre caves. There's an ogre cave here. The ogres are... I wonder if Garfield's able to take out these ogres. Garfield is. So Garfield is certainly powerful enough to murder some ogres, but these ogres have done us no wrong, and we're not going to kill more than 3. So let's get out of there. We can head down to the south. Is the actual ogre, the ogre person, the ogre vendor that we're looking for. He wants some ogre cider. I buy ogre cider. There we go. Now, instead of walking all the way down, can you get John's pipe? Check this shit out, Illinois. That's not the right one. Check that shit out. I already had a pipe. And honestly, I had a pipe to begin with, and I didn't even think about it. It would feel a lot more impressive if I had done that on purpose. I'm going to dump some of this shit over to the side. I'm going to get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of these. Perfect. So instead of walking all the way back, I'm going to take a yellow scroll, which I have in my inventory there. Did I pick up the pipe? I did. I'm going to take a yellow scroll, get back into the inn, and once again, just sort of pick up some of the shit and drop it off. These people are messy. Icebreaker. That would be pretty funny. This, the GM of this game is very good. They've done some excellent work in this. There are some jokes in this game, in this rendition, that are a little... I need a drink, and the button is broken. There's some interesting jokes. I also haven't clicked on the welcome to OTK. We're delighted to have you in our midst. As you're aware, this ancient kingdom has recently become a hotbed of intrigue and mystery, with many tales circulating among its populace. The townsfolk are eager to share your stories and offer quests to those brave enough to undertake them. We hope that you enjoy your stay in this fabled land, but we must caution that nothing in this world is everlasting. So make the most of your time here and seize every opportunity that comes its way. Basically, that's saying it's a fan server. They could shut down tomorrow. Sorry. You get a refund of all the money you didn't spend because the game doesn't cost anything. Oh, I brought back the ogre cider. That's right. Terrific. You have some ogre cider. Nothing like some cider to wash down a meal. If you want to be successful, you'll have to explore many places outside of the cozy towns. If you'd like another quest, let me know. Yes. More quests. Here we go. Here's an actual quest. The Dragon King. Excuse me. The Dragon King lives beneath the waves, but he has fallen very ill. I know because a turtle told me. The turtle, named Churua, swam to shore to ask young men of land to help him. He is in distress and needs help. Will you go to him now? Be careful. It is dangerous, and you may get lost. Yeah, I'm willing to risk it, thanks. I know of a secret way to the shore. From there, you must find Churua and find all your wits and use all your wits and cunning to succeed. This game makes the assumption that you know where everything is in the game, and one of, I think, the downsides to that is it sort of teleports you all over the world, and you would have no idea how to get here otherwise. You get here through Day Shore, which is east of Cugnay Eastgate. I understand why they do it. It's a huge quality of life, and I appreciate that. But for newer players, it might be a little confusing if you don't know where the hell to find anything. Hello, turtle. I have swum as hard as I could. Hey, you honorable human. But for a moment, I was hoping that you would hear an earnest request. So this is basically, back before that huge tutorial I was doing, this is like the first real quest that most people do in the game. The Lord, Dragon King, is dying as we speak beneath the waves in his palace. The finest physician has come and declared that he must have an item we cannot procure from the sea. I entreat you as a humble servant of the Dragon King, and the only servants who know of the land and the sea. Please, His Highness's health depends upon the root of a young ginseng. Give this to me, and this ring of a mermaid princess I would in return give to thee. I wish I could point you in the way of the ginseng, but I know not where it grows. There is an old verse. Skip north until rabbits nibbling grass you find is the path to the king's health and harmony. That doesn't even rhyme. I can tell you, though, that you may greet some of the magic animals of the land. What is it you people say, hello? Please get some young okay, thank you. Get some young ginseng already. Hello, rabbit. So this rabbit He just said you should say hello to the animals, so it's implied that you should say hello. What is it you want? You can also say things like ginseng. What a bitter root. It's as bad tasting as the mountains in which it grows. Some trickster cousin told me I should go up the left path and have some of the delicious root. Fool I was to go into the awful mountains. I followed this stream up to the horrid mountain's foot and hopped up a dangerous path. It doesn't actually tell you why he doesn't like it, but there's a beast up there. There's a beast up there. Up here, there's a rock, and for whatever reason, you can say hello to this one too, I'm pretty sure. Oh, it must be good to have feet. You've been to the sea, I'll bet, from the smell of you. That is where I have lived for so long until now, by the sea. Thank you for spending a moment with this old soul. Be careful of the tiger to the north. He only thinks of food, though you might distract him if you allude to one of the Wow, they sort of spell it out for you, don't they? You might distract him if you allude to one of the rabbits that tricked him. Excellent. So if we come up here to the left, I think the right is just... I haven't actually seen what's to the right. Let's take a peek. The tiger is up to the left, and that's where the ginseng is. I don't even know what's up to the right. East Ghoul. Absolute dick all. Absolute dick all is up here to the right. So if we go to the left, that will take us to where we actually need to go. So up here, there's a tiger! We can't get past the tiger. I'm pretty sure. Can we just get past it? Can we just walk past it? Oh, that's right. You see a strange root in the rocks here, but with the tiger nearby, it's too dangerous to try and climb up to it. So the tiger does not respond to anything unless we say, hello? He says, hello, dinner. We could say, what if we say ginseng? I'd rather eat you. What if we say rabbit? What? Rabbit? Was it that foul, hopping fur that trapped me in a pit? I'd love to rend his neck. Where did you see him? So based on the information that we've received, the rabbit is in the forest to the south. Well then I guess I'll, too many L's, return him a favor with grinning teeth. Warriors Guild? You know what happens? If I recall, you know what happens if you send the tiger away? Here, let's see what happens. Well, I guess I'll have a tasty snack. Yeah, he doesn't... Oh, wait, no. If we click the other stuff, I guess I'll have a snack beforehand and you look tasty. Yeah, he doesn't respond to the other answers. What, did someone pull him out of a hat? Alright, so we can send him to the forest. Yeah, unfortunately, he doesn't leave unless you send him after the rabbit. Snuggled between the rocks is a young root of ginseng. Was this what Churua meant? Yeah, probably. The young ginseng. It's also, if we go back to the rabbit, he does respond to tiger, although I don't think it actually helps to understand how to do the quest. Hey you, tiger. Fool I was to go north for ginseng. Okay, so that's how we know it's to the north. Can I murder the tiger instead? I can murder a tiger. I can't murder that tiger. No, unfortunately. My mouse is really slow now. There we go. Ginseng. What an odd-looking root. The Dragon King will live. Bless you, kind one. Humbly, I offer one of the finest jewels from the sea. Thank you for your help. I will return you home now. Okay, so because my character is level... Oh my god, I just leveled 3 levels? Interesting. So, that's one of because this is one of the main quests, it's proportionate to how much experience you have, and because Garfield is level 80, it gives you proportionate experience. I knew it would be a lot. I didn't realize it would be 3 levels. Good Lord in heaven. Anyways, the Dragon King will fare better because of you. Yeah, 54 million. Also, right now, the Wisdom Star is going on, which is an in-game event for in-game gold dumping, and there's extra experience happening right now. So that's probably another reason I got so much experience. You have learned much, but there is still much to learn. You have learned to fight, but you've not yet learned to hunt. There's a hidden forest that resides near the south gates of Baya. Go there and assist my old friend Lyra. Be warned, the forest is very dangerous. You should find some other heroes and join forces with them. That's actually true. You should get a group if you're like a new character. That said, not going to be a problem for Garfield. We can come over here. This is the forest he's talking about, and this is Lyra. If we come over here, hey you. Greetings, adventurer. The forest has become overrun with dangerous creatures, and we need your help to clear them out. Are you willing to take on this task? We've seen an increase in the number of foxes and wolves in the area, and they're causing trouble for the other creatures that call this forest home. We need you to take care of them before they cause any damage. Excellent. While we're with her, let's also grab the honey jars quest. The pollen prowlers are hoarding honey, and we need it for a special potion. Can you collect 10 jars of honey for us? Excellent. So we'll grab that while we're here. So inside this area, we can come over here, and we need to kill 25 foxes and 25 wolves. The spawn rate, I think, is pretty good in this room. But this area is supposed to teach you kind of how to hunt. So a lot of these critters would take a lot more than one whack to kill. But this area is very much intended for the baby characters, so it makes sense. You can't murk random NPCs. You cannot. You can't. Unfortunately, you cannot. This character at level 83 probably would not be strong enough to, even if you could, probably wouldn't be strong enough to murk. I'm going to ignore that character because she is the boss of the area, and I'm pretty sure she has a long respawn. And mega spoilers, we're going to need to kill her for the next part of the quest. So I'm going to ignore her and kill the wolves. So I haven't mentioned Garfield is a rogue. Rogues are basically the DPS class. Their goal, they do a lot of damage. They in this game, if you hit something, let me take off a weapon here. If you hit something in the front, like if you hit them from the front, it does X amount of damage. If you hit them from behind, it's 150% damage. So it's always better to hit the enemy from behind. Now, in this style of game, there's only so many ways you can get to the enemies from behind, which is why rogues have the ambush spell. I fucked it up. Rogues have... Come here, you. The fox is fucking with it. There we go. The rogues have the ambush spell, which means that they can bounce around. It's extremely useful. I've always preferred rogues as my character, although I've really gotten into maging recently. The mage class does the mage class does a lot of shooting of like a lot of lightning and stuff, like a lot of actual magic. Looks like Death Ball is happening soon. I don't know if we want to go attend that. Not on this character. Maybe. We'll see. Death Ball is a game. There's a lot of mini games in this where there's a player versus player combat. I'm not fighting you right now, Feywin. I'm not doing it. You can't make me. And Death Ball is basically soccer, kind of, except you also have there are some some people on your side have a big stick and you can whack enemies. It's a pretty good mini game. I'm not sure how well it'll translate. Blitzball. Once it hits the 2-minute warning, maybe we'll go check it out. That might actually be fun. Unfortunately, here's the thing. Right now, oh my god, there's actually 152 people online. This is a fan server, not a big game by any stretch. So a lot of times there will be mini games and they will get canceled because there aren't enough characters, which is unfortunate. Which is sadly unfortunate. The unfortunate part of this quest is that you have to wait for the respawn of like the foxes. Like the fox respawn is unfortunately very slow. That's okay. That's all right. Does the game have donkeys? I don't believe that this version of the game does, but in the original version of the game, I had a character who there is a donkey whose name is Muddy Boots. And the only way to get Muddy Boots the mount, and you could ride Muddy Boots the donkey, and the only way you were able to do that was by winning a mini game called Fox Hunt 25 times. And a Fox Hunt is a game. Do you see these creatures around? Look at that squirrel right there. That one right there. Imagine that squirrel moves pretty fast, and you and a group of other people on horses have to surround the fast-moving fox, while members of the other team are trying to get your fox, who's also running around like an idiot. This is a long roundabout way of saying there is a donkey. His name is Muddy Boots, and I loved him because, by golly, I earned him. As for this version of the game, there's no fox hunt in this game because, honestly, it's a terrible mini game. I need 6 more foxes, and then we can move on. It's one of those games. I honestly believe. Where'd the boss go? Did I kill her? No, she's behind the tree. Good. I hope she doesn't die because I want to say that she has like a 1 hour long respawn, and then I'll never be able to kill her. Nice, not tonight. Let's get the rest of these foxes. Assuming the game happens, assuming there's enough players, I think there needs to be a minimum of 6. And that's what sort of sucks about a lot of the mini games. A lot of them are really fun, but you have to depend on other people to show up or the game won't work. This area I'm okay with making a mess because it's a hunting ground. I am going to pick up some of it though because, like I said, my mage is a my mage is a cooker. I need just a few more foxes and then we can move on to the next section of this quest. I think the next one I need to kill the wasps in the next room, which will kind of suck because I'll have to avoid the boss again. There is an economy in the game. Right now, like you can see, it's behind the chat right now, but right here, this layer, it's behind here. 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 5 is my money. I have some extra money. There is ways of earning the money. Can't believe the Zootopia Arby's is going to be canon in the next film. I have not seen the Arby's, or not the Arby's. I've not seen the Zootopia 2 promo. I probably should at some point. What's going on? We finished the honey jars, so we can turn that in. That gives us an extra level. That gets us to 84. I got to level 80 because I thought that the amount of quests that we I thought the amount of quests that I had wouldn't get us to 99. I could be totally wrong on that. Have I taken care of the fox and the wolves? Yes, that was another 2. Okay, now I'm level 85 and I totally did not read what she said. That's really annoying. That's really annoying. I didn't read what she said. The whole point of me doing this is that I'm supposed to be reading what they're saying. I've been playing this game for like 20 years and skipping past shit because I haven't been reading it, and I immediately lose track. I need a drink. I immediately lose track. There's even more trouble deeper in the forest. You can find a more fearsome foe. The pollen prowlers and dark squirrels, whom are causing trouble for the other creatures that call this forest home. Excellent. So now our job is to kill the squirrels, which thankfully are a lot more numerous, and we only have to kill 15 of them. And here's the thing. Here's where things get really wild. Remember when I said that this game is a weird amalgamation of the first original game, Korean mythology, and this new game? Well, this server actually had a different version that existed before, and then they stopped working on it, and then they rebooted it. So there's like 4 different versions of lore and gameplay styles that's going on in this, and it's wild. I'm not going to kill you. No, leave me alone. I can't kill you yet. You're the next level. And unfortunately, I think I can probably one-tap her. Oh, Death Ball is happening in 5 minutes. Once I see the 2-minute warning, we'll go take a look at Death Ball. I was mentioning before, this is definitely the kind of game that feels like EverQuest, that feels like Ultima, that feels like RuneScape, that feels like Fallout 1. Any kind of game that, first of all, I'm going to pick up all this meat. Any kind of game that you grew up with, that you got used to the graphical style, you're going to enjoy more, realistically speaking, I would think. Let me kill these last few bugs. And then let's go check out Death Ball. Hopefully Death Ball is happening, because Death Ball is actually pretty fun. So over here in the arena, see Homer Trigger over there? Here, let's get into Death Ball and then I'll take a look at that. Ever want to punch balls and beat people with a bat? Boy howdy, have I got the game for you. This game came out like 3 days ago, and it's not 100%. It's not working 100%. Badge. I don't know what to say to some of these people. So here are some more people in the game. I think pretty much everybody in this game has been playing this game for so long that they are all really, really high up level. What are you showing me over here? Let's take a look at this.
What up, Mo?
Well, well, look who it is. We hate him, right, fellas? Throw this bum out.
Down I go.
The game's happening. Sorry, we got to come back to that. The game's starting. Do I get a stick? I get a stick. Oh, excellent. The best part of the game is when you get the sticks. Stick. Oh. Unfortunately, they get sticks too. Stick. 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 Getting to be the stick guy is the best. Is the best. Who's coming to those balls? Nobody. Get back. Also, I think they're broken up there. Who's getting sticked? There we go. Our team scored. Unfortunately, I think that the game might not be working 100%, but the idea of the game is really good. Get out of here. Get out of here. So the people with the sticks are supposed to be whacking other people, but they can also whack the balls. And every time you hit a ball 5 times, it does that. It does like you can. Sorry, I'm trying to pay attention. Hey, Salgood is on my team. No, get out of here. This is really a great minigame. Oh, they're giving up. Don't be lame. This is still a fun minigame. Oops. Whoops. Yeah, every time you hit the ball 5 times, it does like a super hit. I think their team has given up. It's very unfortunate. Unfortunately, I can't give up because it's actually against the rules. Like it's against the rules to not play the minigame because you get prizes. You get prizes, you get experience. I can't imagine. Are we going to get... I don't know how much experience we're going to get for this. It's going to be a lot. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on whacking with the sticks. Whacking with the sticks. This is really a great minigame. All right, we got 6 seconds left. Now we can get back to doing the quests. What quest were we on? We were on the forest still. Jesus goddamn. That was 90. Okay. I think that's broken. That feels wildly broken. You're supposed to get like 190, like 190 million. Gonna finish Homer Trigger? Sure. Oh, they're whining. They're whining about the minigame. It's always fun when you lose the minigame and people start whining. Hold on. Let me get back to that.
Excuse me.
Makes me want to play Chrono Trigger.
Hey, Mo!
Hi, Homer. How about some cheese?
Cheese.
Donuts. I got donuts. I got... Hey! Cheese.
Oops, god damn it.
No, stay out of there! Stay out of there! Oh, good God, no! Ah!
Even as I'm watching this, they're still whining about the minigame down there at the bottom.
Smithers, I don't want that unpredictable lunatic running around time. Bah! To hell with this! You and I can slay the votes ourselves. We'll take this bucket. Hop in!
But, sir...
I said hop in.
Okay, that was cute. What were we doing? We were at the forest. That's right. we took a little bit of a side path. Every time I hit 0, I look in the other direction, which is very unfortunate. Jesus Christ. Look at them whining. This guy in the chat, his name is Salgood. And I don't think anyone likes him in the game. I don't give a shit about him. I'm indifferent to him, but he's one of those people just gotta just stop talking. You just gotta stop. Like every you know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna spread discontent. He's just playing the game. However he seems to choose to. I'm gonna give you lasagna. I should say lasagna. 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 I need a few more of those bugs. I need a few more of these little wasps. And then I believe the next quest here is to kill the lady. I think this character is going to hit 99. In fact, I'm 100% sure that after a few more quests, this character will hit 99. I think I miscalculated doing this during the Wisdom Star, but c'est la vie. Also, I think that the Death Ball gave way too much experience. I think it was only intended to give like one of those 90 millions. I'm not complaining. Come on, Wasp. Come on, you bastard. Come on. I was gonna make a character called Odie. And I had thought about it while I was testing, but then I'm like, well, if I make the character Odie now, then I can't make it on stream, and then it will be an incomplete event, you know? Okay, that was the last of the pollen prowlers. We can go back and turn this one in. Jesus Christ, he's still talking. I don't have Sage. I can't talk back to him. Have you taken care of the pollen prowlers and dark squirrels? That was 165 million experience. Thank you for your help. The other creatures of the woods can lay their mind at ease. Finally, you've been so much help, but Feowin, the fairy king, continues to take command of the forest. So now I can kill that boss that's been circling around me the entire time. That actually does some kind of impressive damage. At, like, you know, level 2. At this level, not so much. But that's, you know, the intensity of the quest is not why we're doing this. Steal the boss's genitals. What did I get from the boss? I got a ring. I got a ring, which I'm gonna leave. Sometimes what I like to do, when you die in the game, there used to be the opportunity to drop death piles of just piles of shit. And sometimes it doesn't happen anymore, which is sad. But sometimes I like to just leave little piles of shit that look like death piles. And it's just like one of those little surprise piles. You do, however, drop money if you die. It wasn't a cock ring. It was just a blue ring. It was a ball ring. Thank you for your help. The other creatures in the woods can lay their minds at ease. So now, over here, I haven't really talked about the legend. So over here, this is Garfield. Let me put this up big. This is Garfield. If we go to the very end, you can see I've got some stuff on my legend now. Other than the tickle trunk, I aided Chu Rua, who was the turtle. I got a Death Ball participation and victory, and I just did the bond with the forest. So that was three different quests. Now I can go back over to Jade Spear. And that actually stopped us from continuing the tutorial. That's part of the tutorial. Thank you for helping my dear friend. I hope you fought well and defended your other members well. I defended your member. Defended your member, you jackass. You are ready for something a bit more adventurous now. Thus far, your travels have been limited to lands above ground, but where the sun keeps much evil away. But many greater rewards and challenges await you beneath the ground. I'm trying to brew some healing potions. Will you help me gather the needed components? I have everything I need except for mica. You can find their home near a well, beneath a tall golden tree near the Dusk Shaman. Be careful! Many of the creatures that live below ground are much more dangerous than the ones you've met so far. Bring me one more piece of mica so I can make my potions. Did it say that you were born in the month of Yuri? It does actually say that I'm born. See, ironically, I don't think I'd ever actually made that connection before. You can believe me or not. I wouldn't believe me. But I've never actually made the connection of, oh, the king, oh, that's another word for lesbian. I've never actually noticed that. What quest am I on? Oh, that's right. I'm going to the cave. Here we go. So at Westgate, right above the Rogue Guild, there is the mouse cave. We can go in here, and deep within the mouse cave, we can find ourselves some mica. One of these critters has some mica, goddammit. Is that mica? Yes. Excellent. Does not seem like the kind of game that requires your brain to be on. Once you understand it, there's a lot of things you can do in the game that's very much a relaxing. This is so much of a relaxing, oh, my timer's up, it's time to go kill the boss, or oh, it's totem time, it's time to go grill some meat, things like that. Or you could go on a hunt. There's all sorts of fun things you can do. And remember this, you'll find many greater secrets in other caves. Yes, thank you. So this is the I have the steed, the horse mount. The tutorial gives you the horse mount at this point. It's expected that you wouldn't have the horse up to this point unless you had went and found a horse. Like, we found a horse originally, but I almost immediately lost it. But you have to actually go find a horse for this quest. Thankfully, we already have the horse mount, so he just gave us an extra one. I just put this over in Y, I guess. There we go. In fact, you know what? Can I drop this? I can't drop the horse mount. Never mind. I was going to give it to somebody else, but I can't. Oh my, I've just received some bad news. My youngest brother has gone missing from his home. Are you willing to do me a favor? Will you go look for him and find out what has happened? If you say no, he says, oh, well, I can't really focus on my training till you go. All I can tell you is he lives in Sanhei, a town far to the north. You can get there by going back to the stables and traveling to the Arctic land. From there, go southeast and follow the valley around. Talk to the mayor there. He may tell you what happened. Really? He's sending me to Sanhei? Oops. Sorry, I will not be able to continue the training. Wow. This is kind of why I like doing this. Because it's actually supposed to... It's wanting you to go to Sanhei? Because you're not supposed to go there. That's not where your... That's not where his brother is. I'm down. Let's go find out. Let's go find out where his brother went. So over here in the Northern Pass, that brings us to a little town to the northeast called Sanhei. Throughout the game, there are goblins that will sometimes spawn randomly, and if you find them, they're basically fun confettis of items, sometimes of like rare legend. There's one. Unfortunately, my character is very weak. So I'm hoping that somebody doesn't just come and try and kill my character. Or try and kill my... Sorry, I need to focus for just a second. Because I'm worried somebody's going to come try and gank my kill. Fortunately, my character is so fucking weak. This might... I don't know how much experience... Okay, not enough. Okay, so if you kill... This one was kind of a weak goblin, but he dropped 10,000 gold, 2 cursed rings, a corrupted ring, a whole bunch of rings. That's a regalia goblin, and they're usually full of, like, jewelry. I came here because I needed to talk to the mayor. Now, if you were a low level and you somehow got to kill a goblin, that's like straight up 15 levels right there. It's like a lot of experience. So up here in the Sanhei Hall... Welcome to the... I see you seem concerned. No. I don't know who I'm supposed to talk to for this quest. All of these people are here for a different quest. So I think... Unless there's like an actual mayor somewhere, which I don't think there is. No. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, it sent you to unless there's like somebody else here in Sanhei who knows something about the guy. No. Okay. Well, I know where he is. He is over here to the left. Also, channel. God, what a channel that is. So over here to the left of Northern Pass, this is where the guy's brother is hiding. There's also sometimes goblins that like to hang out over here as well, which would be kind of a bummer if I found one because Garfield is not strong enough to kill them. Hello, friend. You came from the town, I see. Did you come to help me with the dark forces? Of course you are. What other reason would you have to be in such a place? Well, you can help me if you want, but it would be dangerous. A few levels up this mountain, there will find a pack of wolves. They have trapped my hunting party there. If you can kill a few of them, then I can start saving the people. Be careful. They do a lot of damage to you. Okay. They don't, but go off. Are the goblins ever in a bed? I think goblins can appear indoors, although it's pretty rare. Technically, I guess they could. There aren't many beds outside, though. So up here on the top layer here, there are wolves, and if you kill 3 of them, that finishes this quest. Is there 3 wolves? Where's the... I just need one more wolf. I need to wait for the wolves to respawn. Do you have anything to say? Jackass? No? Yarloff has nothing to say. I just need to wait for the 3rd wolf. The goblins... There's a lot of different kinds of goblins. There's a plump goblin, and that one is full of different kinds of foods, different kinds of like beef and stuff, and like chicken meat. There is the crafting goblin, who's full of like wood that you can craft and metal and shit like that. You think me beautiful? Angelica Houston. You were great. Thank you so much. Now I can save my friends up there once I get them out of hiding. My name is Hugaru. I am the brother of the tutors of the great city. Why do you look so surprised? Don't tell me he sent you to look for me. You can go back and tell him that I'm fine, not to worry about me. And thanks for all your help. So that's the guy we're looking for. We can go back to Jade Spear now. A whole lot of... You know, wait, you're his brother? We've been looking for you. Oh, wow. Oh, thank you so much for finding him. He is a burden off my mind. He is such a noble one trying to help like that. So you're still carrying around that little stick to beat on things with? I have a cursed blade, but go off. I think you need to upgrade to something better. A good weapon with okay. A good weapon with great magical properties, and perhaps even a challenge too great for you. I've heard tales of a warrior who is a bit of a trickster in the K-Ming's encampment. You can get there from the stables you used before. Go there and talk to him about a new weapon. I'm sure he'll be willing to help you. Ask about the Ice Beast. Okay. So this is the Ice Beast quest. Before we go too far, just for the sake of time, I'm going to come over here and grab an aged wine. When do you get pets? I actually do have a pet on my other character. I have a spirit ox. They just added houses to the game, and there's like a 0.0001% chance of getting a pet when you kill a boss. So I ended up getting one that basically looks like a giant ox, but they're kind of hard to get. So if we take the map, we can come over here to K-Ming's encampment, and that will take us to this guy down here at the bottom left, whose name is Blood. He has a quest for us. I haven't tried to say help. Okay, help does nothing. Ice quest. No, Ice Beast. The Sanhai grins. Ice Beast, eh? You must be after a frost saber. You ever heard of the frost you have heard of the frost saber, haven't you? No? Let me tell you what you're missing. Fucking boss kill gotcha. Yes. Kinda. Yeah, there is kind of a gotcha to it. Basically, I'm assuming you've seen all of the legendary drops and stuff that's happening in the chat. It's a little bit spammy in my opinion. Though only a modest weapon, the Frost Saber has many great powers. When you die, it will not leave your side. When it is worn, it can be repaired with ease. This is every weapon. In combat, sometimes it chills your foe, making them easier to hit. Perhaps most impressive is that only you will be able to wield your Frost Saber, for it is crafted for you. Unfortunately, very, very few know how to make one. I know what you're thinking. Yes, I know how to craft a Frost Saber. I can see in your eyes that you're eager for one, aren't you? For a mere 100 gold, I will forge you one if you will bring me the item needed to make it. Will you pay? Yes. To forge it, I will need the ice heart of a mighty and wicked ice beast. Where could you find an ice beast? I wouldn't know. We Sanhai aren't from this area. Perhaps one who has dwelt here for a long time would know. As you're leaving, you hear the Sanhai captain chackle to himself. Even if the fool finds an ice beast, they'll surely die. An easy 100 gold. Really going hard on the money there. 100 gold. So we can take, I'm not sure how you're supposed to know where to go. It's just one of those things that you just know, like you've just learned when you were younger. But over here from Eastgate, same place. If you take this area north, it will take you to the turtle quest, the Chura. So over here to the left, I think this is just a exploring thing. You'll find Northeast Koguro, and you'll find this dude who's just chilling. I'm going to drop the aged wine. Where is my aged wine? I bought one. Yeah, I'm going to drop it real quick, see what he says. Well, hello. Not too many visitors out in these parts. You're from Baya, aren't you? I could tell by your urban mannerisms. What brings you by? What do you know about the dreaded Ice Beast? You're here for the Ice Beast. I hope you're not serious. That beast has been in this area for as long as I can remember. They say it's semi-immortal. It can be defeated, but it'll later reform. I don't know if that's true. I don't think anyone's ever defeated it. Thank goodness there's lava between us. It stays on its side, I stay on mine. He laughs. Well, except when I dash over there to hunt rabbits. I'm real quick about it, though. When you see how big it is, you'll want to stand clear, too. One good smack and you'll be done for, I reckon. If you want some advice, leave that vile beast alone. The world is better off. So if you bring him aged wine, how are you supposed to know this? I'm just looking around. Ah, there we go. So if you say no, he'll say he wants some aged wine. And that's how you're supposed to know to bring him some aged wine. So if you have it in your inventory, he's like, you want that? I need it. Why, thank you. Here. He rummages through a dusty chest. Take these shoes if you like. So now I have the traveling shoes, which I can drop. Good to know. So without the traveling shoes, I can't walk across this lava. That over there, that's the ice beast. Wonder what happens if I don't have the shoes. If I put the shoes over there, I'll burn my feet. Okay, good. Now the question is, will this guy kill me? I think he's really strong. But is he really strong for all ages or just for baby characters? Let's find out. Oh. Okay, well that solves something I had always thought from when I was a kid. He one-hits you if you're like really low level. So I guess the fact that I'm not really low level, that's good to know. We live and we learn. So if we take the ice beast and we kite him over to us, he dies, and we get the ice heart, which we can drop. There we go. Nice. Now if we take the ice heart back to K-Ming, he will give us our sword, which is nice. Let's go back. Why am I doing this? Go back to Baya. There we go. I'm not going to Baya. I'm going to get the sword. God damn. Sometimes I get really mixed up going places, especially when I have a goal in mind. I'm like, wait, where am I going? If you could ask a cat one question and get an honest answer, what would you ask? So you kite him into the lava and he doesn't stop? Yes. Yeah, he follows you to the edge of the lava and dies. He's not very smart. So if we come back to Blood and we say Ice Beast again, he looks surprised. I don't know how one as wimpy as you could beat an Ice Beast, but somehow you've triumphed. As promised, I'll forge you an Ice Saber. It's interesting which quests have proportionate experience and which ones do not, because 21,000 is not a lot. So we will take I think that's one of the last of the actual tutorial quests. Like, we're getting towards the end of the actual tutorial. Well done. I see you've upgraded yourself to a better weapon. I hope it works out for you. Your time with me is nearly at an end, but before we part, I want to give you a small gift to show your time here. I will show you the way to prove your worth by making your very own student's cap. This offers good protection during battle, even though it's made of cloth. The first step to making your cap is to go get some cloth. Go to the center of wilderness. You'll find some sheep there. Collect some of the wool they drop and take it to the weaver's hut. There are many skills you can learn later on. Weaving is just one of them. There's armor making, weapon smithing in both wood and metal, gem crafting, and even cooking. You'll find the weavers. I know where it is. Just ask about weaving when you get there. It's quite a walk, so you might want to use your horse. Go now and return when you've found some cloth. So, do I have any wool? Did anyone drop any wool? No. Okay, that's fine. So, he has sent us south of Baya, out into the wilderness. The wilderness is a huge map. A lot of it not really used as much anymore, but there is the crafting station, which is where I'm passing by right now. We'll be coming back to that, but I need to get some wool first. So what we're going to do, probably easiest way to find wool. Oh, coral deer. Coral deer is a quest from the Baya tailor. I might need to. Maybe I'll go find that next. I haven't picked up the quest, unfortunately. But I'm getting distracted because what I really need... There's some wool. I found some wool. But because we're already over here, this is a sheep. This is how you would normally get wool. The sheep usually drop 1 to 5, you know, between 1 and 5, usually 1 to 2 wool. Over to the right is some mining orbs, so you'd be able to some mining nodes. You can mine up some ore and make some metal. So you can turn yourself into like a tiny little smelter. You can make yourself into a complete goblin. Making ore. Because nobody's heard of shearing. They come back. There's lots of them. It's fine. Weaving. Weave. There we go. You want to make some cloth for your student cap? I can help you. Usually I don't let people weave without their own tools, but since you're new to the land, I'll let you use mine. You take a few minutes with her weaving tools and craft 1 piece of cloth. You return the borrowed tools. Excellent. So now we have some cloth. With wool, you're able to make cloth. With cloth, you're able to make clothes. And with, you know, making clothes, you're able to make some of the nicest and most protective armors and stuff in the game through crafting. I see you've visited Yon. How was she? Now that you have cloth, you must visit the museum caretaker, who resides in the museum north of Dai Shore. He's the only one who can make your student cap. With clothes, you're able to make people not naked. Hey, I mean, there's nothing wrong. Hold on. You can just walk around naked. There's nothing wrong with walking around naked. Not really my style, but you do have the opportunity to straight up not be wearing any clothes at all. I'm going to drop some of these rings. I'll save those rings. I'll drop the monk. There we go. Let's put on some of my actual wear. We'll drop some of this stuff. There we go. Perfect. This is my style. I mean, not in this game. Not really. This is the female avatar. Not really much to look at on either side. You see some conical breasts. This was 1998 or 2001. So up here in Dai Shore is the museum, and I haven't actually looked at the museum recently. Let's see how the museum's doing. Welcome to the museum. You wonder how Gut got his name? Who Lynn Scray was? None of those things are relevant in this version of the game. So in the museum, you can see different mobs from different sections of the game. They can't hurt you. Gut is from this is from a pirate event, which, as far as I know, the pirates have not returned to this version of the game. The pirate events are always big shit. These are the mighty totem animals. I was talking about them earlier. There's the Beiko and the Hyanmu. Again, these are just avatars. The Nexus wildlife is empty. This museum exhibit is empty. Usually it's full of, bits and bobs. Usually it's full of critters. The shipwreck shore, it usually has, here we go. You can see some of the items, like this right here is a flame blade. This is a 7-leaf sun armor. Some of the most expensive stuff in the game. And from what I understand, it's like the shit's not actually real. Like, it's just a texture on the map. So don't try and hack up there. Yeah, turtle what the hell? What was that? Whoa. Oh, okay. I'm not sure what's going on with the cat. Yeah, I'm not sure if the cat's part of the museum. I don't think the cat is part of the exhibit. All of this is supposed to talk about different events that used to happen in old Nexus history, but none of this is relevant in the current game. The continuing conflicts is like the ongoing story, but oh man, the shattering is not anything I can talk about right now. I don't know enough about the shattering to really talk about it. That's like old school lore from the old game that was almost before my brother and I started playing. Here's the caretaker's room. Hi, buddy. I'm here. It's me. So let's go ahead and take the gift. I hope you've enjoyed your visit. The Archons, the historian Quanto, who does not appear in this film. Here's a small, rare gift for you to remember to your visit to the museum, now made with 100% less plastic. Yay, I got a kite. Nice. We can donate to the museum. If we donate, let's donate 50,000. I highly do not recommend donating $50,000 to the museum, especially since I don't think it refreshed our legend. It said our legend has been updated, but it wasn't actually updated. Interesting. I think the donation is borked. Straight up borked. Anyways, doesn't matter. Student's cap. So you've come here to make a student cap. First, I need some cloth that you've made yourself. Now I've learned how to fold this from the historical documents I sent to the library. Go to the tutor and show him your cap. He will be very impressed. So this is my cap. I can wear it and you can see that right there is my cap. And isn't that adorable? What is party in the tavern? What's going on? A lot of people like to just AFK in the tavern because this is where you'll if you are born in Baya, that's where you start. You start in the tavern. So I think that's the last of the actual tutorial quests. I've taught you all that I can, young one. The time has come for you to venture out into the kingdom and create your own legends. So that is the last. That can't be right. That can't be right. There's no way that's got to be a bug. There's nothing I can do with him anymore. Okay, so that is the end of the tutorial quest. We have some more time. Let's do a few more quests. There's a few other quests that I wanted to take a look at while I'm here. Let's take a look at the suit quest. S-U-T-E. I wanted to see some of the actual story of this. We're coming up to the Mage Guild, which doesn't have much for Garfield, but the Mage Guild does know about Suit. I can tell you about Suit. Do you want to know the whole story? Ah, Suit. They were a great pupil of mine. He had an incredible talent for magic, but too much confidence, too much pride. About 2 decades ago, the Northern Ogres launched a massive surprise assault against Baya. They used elaborate tactics and were supported by strange magics. Eldritch gazes upward. He gazes upward. The very gates of Baya fell and we were forced to withdraw into the palace. After the initial attack, we were able to survive, but not overcome the ogres. We know the ogre must have been united by some cunning power to attack us so effectively. We suspected it was a corrupt mage of some sort, but never learned the truth. As we were developing plans to overcome this threat, the impatient Suit, who just earned his ancient clothes, that's like level 36, headed alone to the Arctic land. Before we realized he had left, the ogres mysteriously retreated. We assumed Suit dead and were amazed that he had somehow was successful. 2 years later, what was once Suit returned. His body was frozen and he babbled incoherently. A poet, Lin Tong, tried to heal him, but Suit smote him with a powerful ice spell. As we tried to subdue him, Suit flew into an insane rage and fled to a cave on the north side of Baya. Though we did not know where he had gone at the time, he formed a virtual army of bizarre creations. Strangely, he did not use them to attack, but to mine the cave for silver, which he reportedly hoarded. But we were worried about Suit's future plans. Several groups of hero were sent into the cave to put Suit out of his misery, but all failed. Many died. Some were even able to defeat Suit, but his body would later rise again. There was no other choice. I sealed Suit and his creations in the cave. Some incredibly evil force has polluted Suit's soul. I doubt that you'll be able to finally put him to rest, but if you're brave enough, I will help you try. I can coat you with a special powder that will allow you to enter his cave. I have one batch of powder available, but it will let you into his cave once. If you leave, it will have to be recoated, and it is dangerous to apply the powder more than once an hour. It will cost 200 gold for the powder. The powder turns into a strange color. If you manage to kill Suit, return to me, and I'll see that your efforts are rewarded. So now I get this wild and wacky colored Suit, which is not different color, a different dye for my suit. I can come up here to Suit's lair, which is this cave right here.
Then we scissored all night long.
Scissored all night long.
You have to be careful with scissors.
I'm missing something? What am I missing? What am I missing? I don't understand what I was missing. Okay, so now I'm in Suit's cave. You have to be careful with scissors. So inside Suit's cave, there's a whole bunch of wacky doodads down here, which do some pretty decent damage to the lower levels. We're not terribly worried about it right now. Pretty straightforward enemies. I think Suit's down that cave. Yeah. I was really not expecting hold off new sentries possible login issue. Okay, so apparently there's some issues with the login. That the server is not 100% stable, so we'll try not to disconnect. Am I going the right way? I always end up getting lost in Suit's cave. Because it all sort of looks the same. Yeah, that's what I thought. Not this way. You have to be careful with scissors. So anyways, while we're walking, let's talk about Cyberpunk. So I'm playing Cyberpunk on Tuesday, if you're annoyed. What should I expect? What should I expect? Carrot people? You know what they remind me of? They remind me, and it doesn't look anything like them, but they've always reminded me of the brooms from Sorcerer's Apprentice. Is it this way? So damn lost. There. Nope. Nope. This is Suit's welcome. I need Suit's lair. Straight up lost. Character creation can have some nudity in it. As long as it's part of the game and we don't dwell on it, it shouldn't be an issue. But, you know. We saw how well the bot cared about what's proper last time. The first quest also has a nude lady that gets right up in your grill. Like I said, it shouldn't be an issue. I'm so lost. It's not this way. I already went that way. Oh, Salgood hosted another death ball. And gain another, 500 million experience. Did I go just the complete wrong path? I may have. I think I did. I did. There's a setting to turn nudity off. You'd recommend it for streaming? I probably should. Probably should. If there is an option to turn it off, it's probably for the best, because I do not trust the bots. Alright, here it is. Here's Suit's nest. There's Suit. So this little dude right here, who I always thought was female, but I guess it doesn't matter, is dead. So now that Suit's dead, I can go back up here. Talk to this dude, say, Suit again. You've done well, and all will know your efforts. Unfortunately, I have learned that his spirit is not yet at rest. Suit will soon be reborn. That's a shame. So now we're at 97. As previously mentioned, be careful about completing romances on stream. I assume that will be, like, relatively obvious when that happens. I would have to hope. Let's get this character to level 99. Let's do a few more quests, get this character to 99, and I think that will be a really good evening of quests. So over here, this is Nag Nang. This is one of the, I want to say newer cities. It's not new. They added it a few years after the first two cities, and it's basically as old as everything else. Probably fine if you have nudity off, but who knows, the scenes are quite changed. I mean, I feel like if there's an option... oh, yeah, there's cake. I had kind of forgot... Oh, here's the Leviathans. I had forgotten that there is cake out there. That has nothing to do with why I was going to stop in 99. Honestly, I think we've done really well. I've had a lot of fun. Listen, I know this stream's for fucking me. I know that no one else cares about this damn... What is that? Oh, I forgot there's a little boss in here. Fluffy. I forgot about Fluffy. What is a Leviathan crest? Sorry, I got distracted. What is this? Oh, it's a hat. It's a really stupid hat. Sorry, I got distracted. I know that this is a dumb game that nobody cares about but me, but I wanted to give it a fair take. And in case it's not obvious, here's the link if you wanted to try it out. It's extremely free. No, take no more of our kind. Oh, you're not him. I'm sorry for my greeting of you, but we have been losing our kind for months now due to a man whom we are unable to destroy. He continues to come here from time to take our youngsters away and trains them to do his bidding at war. I'm being attacked by squirrels in the background. He was just here a few days ago and has taken a new group of them to his training grounds where he forces them to work and slave until they're mindless monsters for them. I have spent many days making just one of these fragile talismans. My kind is bound by a spell in the cage. Only this talisman can free them. Will you be willing to help an old Leviathan save his kindred? Yes, I'm honored, or your kind deserve their fate. I would say no, because it gives you a really funny red legend mark that says, like, sworn enemy of the Leviathans, but I'm not going to do that because this one actually gives you experience, and it's actually the quest. Thank you. Here's a talisman. It will only work once. Since they are so fragile and take so long to make, I'll only give you one. You must step next to my captured kind. The talisman will then break the spell and fall to dust, and my kind will be transported back here. He moves his camp around from time to time, but we think it to be to the east of the homeland. If you go there and free even one of my kind, I will be grateful. Jesus Christ, these green squirrels are going nuts. I never liked the combat of 2077, but others do. It caters to the standard streamer thing of start in stealth, then go full loud the moment you fail. Oh, Feelanoid, you know that's my jam. You know that's 100% my speed. So what we have some squirrel pelts. So we have some green squirrel pelts. How you're supposed to know this, I'm not 100% sure. But if we come over here to this guy, what if we click on him? Sorry, strangers, we don't allow anyone past our borders here. Oh, you have the scent of the Leviathans on you. Perhaps I can look the other way if you could hand me one of those lovely pelts the green squirrels drop. I guess that explains it. Okay. So if we hand, which you do the H, and what is the letter? HP, yes. Well, thank you kindly. I'll be on my way, and I don't know you. Oh, and look out for those tricky fox spirits. They do enjoy their little games. So inside this area, there's a bunch of trap tiles where a fox... What tastes better than it smells? Tongue. So if you have the fox charm, it won't try and trick you again. The fox is like, you figured me out. Never mind. See, here we go. I don't know why it has the little guy there. It's supposed to be a fox. I see you've met my kind and have bested us. Perhaps in the future we'll be able to do business. Do not lose that talisman, for I never remember a face. So now that I have the fox charm, I won't get any more riddles, but where's the fun in that? So up the worn trail here. Here's the leviathans that are being trapped in the cage. If we walk up to one, it releases them. And it's supposed to disappear. It doesn't. It didn't disappear. I wonder if this one will push us to 99. Wild the amount of money, or the amount of experience. Okay, so according to the chat down there, the login server is cooked. And, okay. I've got 5 minutes before the server goes down. I wonder if this will push us to 99. The GM is going in and saying that the everything is borked. All right, so we got. I thank you with all my heart for saving even one of our kind. You always be a friend to the Leviathan. In fact, there's one of your kind in the small hut northeast of here. He may be able to help you. He mistrusts strangers, but tell them that De Juan has sent you. These green squirrels are pissing me off. So now that we... Do I have the legend mark now? I wonder if that's the reason my legend screwed up. Because I got like the museum contributor like 5 times. So if I say Day One, does that matter? No, this guy doesn't give a shit. Oh, I stand corrected. I devised a way to curse weapons with my dark arts, corrupting them in exchange for my power. The Leviathans took me in. Okay. God, I need like one more quest to get to like level, trying to see which ones are available. I think, hold on. Give my all, tiger meat back. There's a tiger meat quest at the Nag Nang Butcher. So if I go over to Nag Nang and drop off some tiger meat, that might push us to 99 right before the server goes down. It's a really good server. It's not K-Mangs, it's Nag Nang. Nag Nang is where I need to go. It's a really good game and a really good server, but it's not 100% perfect, obviously. You can't speak to mechanical stuff since they did like 2 overhauls since you fall off the game, but what you can relate to not do what you did and do all the side quests in Act 1 before the main quest, since you only get Keanu and thus his interactions at the end of Act 1. Gotcha. Well, you know me, I will probably not do a ton of that sort of thing, just because it would probably be 65 hours if I did. Hey, there's level 99. Yay. You did it. Yay. Look at that. Woo. We did it. We did it. Yay. So here's the thing, real quick, before the server goes down. Now that I'm level 99, all of the experience right here, this 2.1 billion experience, what you can do, now that you've reached level 99, the game isn't over. The game has just begun. You can come over here to the shadow person, And you can buy stats and vitality. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to buy all of the grace that's available because that's important for rogues. I'm going to buy all of the might that's available. That's not what I meant to do. Actually, I might not buy all the might. I might not buy all the might. Yeah, I will. So now my might is maxed out. My grace is maxed out. I'm not going to max out any will because that's kind of irrelevant. But with the leftover billion experience I have, I'm going to pump it all into vitality. So now my 7.5k is going up to 11k. So I now have 7,500 health. I will have 1,100 health. Or excuse me, 11,000 health. To reiterate something you've said before, you were doing everything and put 187 hours in the game with the estimate that you were at least halfway. I can tell you I have 4 nights scheduled with a possibility of adding more. And chances are I will probably do full nights on those evenings. Like, I know I've been doing earlier streams lately, but I think I will probably go back to the 3-hour streams during this. I'm just waiting for the server to go down. That is perfect ending time because I don't know how long the server is going to be down, so might as well end it there. I am hungry for cake. As soon as I heard there was cake, I'm like, you know what? I want cake. Let's do this. That was fun. I know this was for me. We probably won't do this again anytime soon, unless I do some sort of like one-off stream in which I'm doing some hunting or something. But I think I just wanted to see those early quests, and it really turned out well for me. We're gonna do Cyberpunk on Tuesday. It will be exciting. Kitty is your peach and baked you a cake. The cake was baked by my mother-in-law, but Kitty is my peach, yes. And she is adorable, and I'm going to go kiss her on the face. I'm hungry. That was fun. Let's do Cyberpunk on Tuesday. Hold on. The GM just said penis. That's the last thing that happened there. All right, that was fun. I'm going to bed. Good night.
Thank you so much for playing my game.